Hello everybody, how's it going? Happy Thursday to all of you. Russ, what are you complaining about down there? What? You want to come up? You want to come sit? Come here. Oh, my big boy. My big squeaky boy. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna play some Arkham this Thursday night. I wanna keep testing out the new investigators and some new cards. Gonna try to see what sings, and I've always wanted to like run through Bloodborne. I've tried 2 times, and it was always just a little bit complicated for me for 2 players, but I really want to play it. I liked what I've played, and my thought process is, why not try with 3 investigators? So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start by building some decks for this campaign, and we're going to go from there. So I think we just dive in and get this show started, don't we, buddy? Hello everybody in YouTube land, and welcome to a deck building video for a campaign run that is currently starting today on the More Playing Board Games channel, which you can find a link down in the video description, and hopefully, if I remember, a link kind of just honestly actually probably like right where my face is. We're at the time of recording this, we are so close to 500 subscribers, and I'd love to hit that milestone because that's one of our 3 milestones we need to start, well, to get partnership on YouTube, so I'd really appreciate that. I'm building 3 decks here. One for Carolyn as a Kluver, one for a Flex Izzy, and one as our main fighter, Parallel Zoe. This is for Bloodborne, a custom campaign that I've tried to run twice. The first time I brought bad decks for it because it's a very hard campaign, at least what I remember. The second one, it was just a bit too complicated for me for 2 players. I wasn't able to really grok it that well. But now, for the third one, this third run, we're going to run 3 investigators, and hopefully it leads to kind of a more, like, I want to say, like, well-rounded experience for me. So I think we just get this started and start building. I like, my Carolyn and Izzy were kind of like my first choices for this because they kind of complement each other, right? Izzy takes horror, which Carolyn heals for a clue. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of focus as that kind of like of our primary method of kind of survival here. And also, I always say, I mean, I used to say you need to have a reason to play in the thick of it, but the reality is you can kind of just like play in the thick of it and it's okay. I think everyone's going to run in the thick of it here. And everyone's going to take at least one, if not two, mental trauma, just so we can start triggering Carolyn's ability as early as turn 1, is kind of where I want to go. So what we're going to do is I think Carolyn's going to not look at hurting herself. I know that's an archetype, and I do want to look at like the current cards, like what's in core and the starter decks, to kind of continue to playtest cards. But I think Carolyn is going to go less for like the hurt herself to get horror healing, and rather she's going to let Izzy do it, and then maybe Parallel Zoe do it as well, but primarily Izzy. I think that like they're going to kind of stay close together, and Parallel Zoe's just going to kind of do what can be done at the time. So her signature provides healing, and it also gives like unexpected courages. That's pretty cool. She has 5 books, so we don't need to do that much to boost up her investigating potential. This is a medical text that heals horror at lightning bolt speed. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's actually not too bad of a card. Looking in the long term, we're not going to frick with Surgical Kit. Steady-handed is cute. We're looking for specifically ways to heal other people. This is like really good. Honestly, like I think later on that's going to be really nice. So there's not many options for like continually healing horror, except for potentially this alchemical distillation, which is not a bad use for our hand size, because like as soon as we start putting more options on this, right? That's going to do a really good job of basically like, if this action said, for example, heal 2 horror, draw 2 cards, and discover a clue, like that's a really good rate. So I think we're going to run this, and we're probably going to take some horror healing. How's it going, Trace? But I'm going to kind of still see what we're going to do for the rest of our stuff. Again, with 5 book, we don't need to do too much on like the asset side of things, sorry Russ, to passively boost our book. Like I don't think we're going to need magnifying glass, so I think like even running, like if our goal is alchemical distillation in one hand, call records in the other hand, that's not a bad use of our healing slots. Sorry, our hand slots. But I guess the real question is, what else are we doing beyond that? Like, I think medical student is pretty good, because, like, anything that says heal 1 horror is now also, like, getting us a clue. So that's, like, that's kind of, like, the long-term goal for this. So I think we're going to run medical student, and I think I'm going to try this occult records out, because I actually do think it's legitimately pretty good. I could see us taking the thing that gives us an extra hand slot and increases our hand size. I could see us going that route. I think we're going to take these psychoanalysis. We're going to put those in the side deck for right now. What does the level 0 do? Choose an investigator via the top 3 cards. Then investigator either draw one of the revealed cards and shuffle the rest in the deck, or heal 2 horror and return them to the top in any order. That's not terrible for a level 0 card. This card also, I think, actually might be pretty okay, at least on the upgraded version, where you get like +3, so we get evade at 6. I'm going to try the level 0 version out, and then we're going to upgrade into Unflappable. I can also see a use case for taking the 2 horror, healing off this, and then actually just putting in 2 other level 1 Unflappables, and then we can just like skip the level 0 version. I don't think that's that bad. Choose an enemy location, heal horror equal to that enemy's horror vow. So this is healing from herself, which if we're going to do, we're going to do with steady-handed. But again, I think like our long-term plan is that Carolyn is going to heal through other methods. I guess the other question too is, how much healing is too much healing? Like, where are we looking at this kind of just being too much of a good thing, I suppose? I don't think we need psychology student. I think if I'm going to run another ally, it's going to be laboratory assistant, just to get some card draw in here. So I think our healing thing is looking pretty well rounded. Yeah. Yeah. So now we just need to get some resources. So let's look at that. Okay. Well, we're going to start at level 0. Economy is fine to be at level 0 in a level 0 deck, especially when we have Burning the Midnight Oil. And we're going to take the emergency cache because I think, realistically, upgrading into this is a pretty okay choice. I don't know how XP friendly Bloodborne is. Crack the Case could be fine. I think we're going to... I mean, this is not a... no, I think Burning the Midnight Oil and E-Cache is fine. Okay, so now we're going to look for draw. We're just going to get, like, again, a nice foundation. And I think the foundation is okay with Laboratory Assistant. And then also Alchemical Distillation will eventually draw us cards as well. This is... You are dealt damage or horror. This could be kind of cute with Izzy as a teammate. So I think I am going to take 2 Empirical Hypothesis, and we're just going to put these in the side deck, even though they're in the main deck, but just because it'll remind me to upgrade, right? I think I might even make a note. Could be cute with, this is Trial and Error and Peer Review with Izzy. I've never played the, Isabella. I've never played Isabel. I'm making her Italian. That's just because of my family. I never, as I said at the start, I've never actually finished Bloodborne. So I'm curious and excited to kind of give it another shot. We're gonna go Perception. We're gonna go with Deduction. Just gonna get like the foundational cards in here. Actually, prepping like Carolyn in Scenario 3 of BOH right now. What's BOH? What's BOH? Brethren of Ash? That's the only one I can think that starts with BO in the official ones. Maybe there's an unofficial one. She seems strong, though. I've been very impressed by the Carolyns that I have seen so far. Okay. I think hand slots are good. Again, we can look at the Arcane slot as this Arcane Enlightenment to get multiple tomes in play. Brethren of Ash, that makes sense. Yeah, no, she seems good. I think you'll nail it, though. I think she seems probably pretty well set for the final scenario. Like, Arcane Enlightenment is probably fine. I just don't know if, I mean, like, I was going to say, like, I have my 2-player brain going right now. Where my 2-player brain with Arcane Enlightenment, I'm like, there's no time to play this. You gotta move. But in 3-player, which I'm running for this, it might be okay. Because, I mean, I think in a perfect world, we want the distillation, the psychology, and an occult records in play, right? Like, how much are we gonna... you know what, let's run this as... I'll run it as a 2 of, and we'll see how much it actually impacts it. I think it's okay to try. Do we want something in our accessory slot? What do you upgrade into? Cataclysm. Oh, this is the evade one. We're not fucking with that shit. I'm kind of okay with Disc of Idzamna. What's on our upgrade stuff over here for the accessory slot? Nothing is really pushing me towards accessory here, so I honestly might even leave it blank and just try to find good events and skills. Do we have a plan for the high experience, or for the high shroud locations? Like, do we have any concern about that kind of thing? Alright, then we're going to grab shortcuts. Those are good for blind plays. Skills, we can take some Eurekas. And I need like 2 more cards. I don't remember if there's parlays. I'm never upset about a thorough inquiry. think I might just run Gather Intel. I was very impressed with that in my Joe Diamond deck. So I think I'm going to run this, because then we can get like our healing, more healing, we can get our economy. I don't know how this deck's going to upgrade. I mean, we have a lot going into our customizable cards. We're going to take 2 Unflappables in the level 0 deck. And I think we're going to do that thing that I mentioned. We're going to take the Heal 2 Horror. I think that's going to be our In the Thick of It. And then for In the Thick of It, we're going to record 2 Mental Trauma. And then let's roll our weakness. So I'm going to just put a little bit of a caveat here before we roll this weakness right now. Because I want to actually finish this campaign, and because I feel like Aug made a fantastic campaign that I've never been able to actually like finish. I want to do it, so I'm gonna re-roll. If it ruins the game plan, like if it just like completely destroys the deck, like for example, like Doomed, even like the alternate Doomed, where it's like resources, I'm gonna re-roll it. Even if it's like maybe like the Investigate Heal Damage one, like if I think that one's a horror one, which should be okay. But I'm just putting that out there right now. Narcolepsy is fine. She's going to be attached to... She might fall asleep in the middle of her turn, so something good to keep in mind. But I'm okay with Narcolepsy. I could choose my weakness if I want. I won't tell anyone. Yeah, but you know, this is on YouTube. They'll know. They'll know. Okay, what the fuck? What do we want this Izzy deck to do? Okay, so this in the Thick of It is going to be 2 Mental Trauma. How do you deal yourself horror? Carolyn's not taking the horror. Izzy is. They're going to be best friends. Yeah, they're going to be best friends. All right, how do we want to flex? So I had... Should we have some fun, chat? Should we have some fun? The deck is going to be bad on the mulligan, but because she's our flexed, if we just load it with, like, good shit, I think that this could work out. And then we just, like, load with as much card draw as we feasibly can. So, this was something that, I recorded this on Tuesday. It's long out by the time that this video is hitting the channel, because this run's not happening for a while on the More Playing Board Games channel. But somewhat, it was a Grizzly Totem card of the week. And with Collector and Grizzly Totem 3, that seems like a very fun thing for Izzy. And I was talking about how, like, the Collector doesn't interest me because it just makes your opening hand, like, worse, right? Like, makes your mulligans worse. And that's, like, a big no-no for Justin. I like to have... That's why I don't like story rewards, right? Because they take away from the goal of your deck. But if this Izzy deck is just, like, good stuff deck, and we do this, like, Grizzly Totem Dream, I think there's something there. I think there's something there. And I think it's worth trying out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit extra, I think, on our enemy management. How are we going to manage our enemies? I think what we do start with first is draw. We just try to find draw. It has to be level 0 right now. If we get the Grizzly Totem in our opening hand, we're cooking, but this is only going to be like a 1 in, what, a 38 card deck, right? So the odds of seeing one card in the top 10 of your deck is pretty low. Not counting weaknesses, they're a little bit nebulous. We could run Jim Culver to do this, right? This guy can be really good, especially in alongside Carolyn Fern. So that could be one way. I'm kind of down for Tempt Fate, mostly because the third on our team is Parallel Zoe. So this Tempt Fate is not only like a card not in our deck, but it's also essentially a Vicious Blow for Parallel Zoe, which I think is kind of cool. We're definitely going to run Perceptions. I'm actually even curious with this Carolyn if we churn these Perceptions into those Perceptions. So then Carolyn is the support perception, and then Izzy is the selfish perception. We do take hearts. I think we're gonna grab manual dexes. I might even run the full suite, because then it's kind of like you don't have 8 cards in your deck. I'm kind of okay with that, especially when the ones we can upgrade, like going into Guts 3 and like, I mean, we're not doing the Survivor one. We're not going into Unexpected Courage. But I think that's pretty alright. Okay. Alright. And now we gotta figure out our damage. I think we want to be relatively consistent, but because we're the flex, we don't need to be like all in on damage. But I think we are going to want to run at least 6 weapons in our deck here. And I think we go less for the bonkers stuff. We could do like a draw Dark Horse type thing. That could be kind of fun. Run with Fire Axe. Broken Bottle and a Dream, it's all Izzy needs. Can we find damage in other places in our thing? I mean, we could run Cosmic Flame. We can't run the upgraded version. What's our upgraded spells? Brand of Cthugga. Certainly not bad. It's certainly not like moving the needle for me. However, having Cosmic Flame just at level 0 is probably enough to act as a really good sort of use for Guts, and then we'll probably like we'll consider Fearless, but it turns all of our that kind of stuff into like good things like that. I think Sparrow Mask is kind of an easy include here. It doesn't deal the damage that I want it to. Okay. Now we can play Spectral. I mean, maybe we eventually run into like permanent Dark Horse. Okay, give me a long shot. We need 10 more cards. We want one more way to fight. I think we're also going to grab Look What I Found. We also need a way to get resources, so let's actually quickly stomp on the resource train and see what we want to do here. It's just an e-cache? I think it's just e-cache, right? Going into the upgraded e-cache is probably pretty solid. We'll put that in the side deck right now. I'm going to take Resourceful. What are other skills that we want? During a skill test you are performing. Telling her intervention is nice. Okay. I mean, I think we just try to upgrade our skills to be better as it goes. Okay, I need one more damage. That was the thing I talked about. So we're not really helping with clues here. We're going to kind of do it in like the Survivor way. Is that a problem? I mean, we probably do want... I mean, maybe we just do Mariner's Compass as our last one here. I don't really like it. What if we did like Old Compass instead? The upgraded one's pretty legit. The lower level one, less so. What about we did the, instead of that, we did like the, what's the second sight is the new thing here. See, discover a clue or an additional clue. I mean, that's probably pretty good. We can also just like keep it going. Curve for this deck is 2.1. So it's actually a higher curve on the deck. I think that's the first time we've seen a 2 here. But how much are we playing? We're playing one Fire Axe. We're not playing the twins. I mean, there's a chance. We're playing one of those. I think this is probably fine. Can I get away without the Sparrow Mask? It doesn't really lower. I mean, if I make it with anything else. I don't think this deck's bad. I think it's strange. I mean, if we find the Grizzly Totem, we're going to the moon. Is this worth a backpack? If it's worth a backpack, we'd have to, like, probably change the second sight into something else, right? We changed the second sight into a new spell, but I like being able to just, like, investigate with 5 brain. Like, that's not bad, right? Because if we did backpack to dig out the totem, but even then, we're looking at, like... No, I think this draw plan, and she just, like... This is a super scrappy Survivor deck. How are we killing monsters? So we have like a damage for clues, the damage event. We have a clue event. We have extra for damage. I think in theory this should be fine. Amnesia. That's fine. That's fine. It's a spooky card, but I think it's going to be okay. We have recursion from our discard pile. I think this resourceful isn't doing too much right now, but it will once we start to get some, like... I think we're going to go, like, Brute Forces. We're going to go Sharp Visions. We might as well grab our side deck right now, right? Let's grab, like, Brute Force. Not just Brute Force. Brute Force in the side deck. We go Sharp Vision in the side deck. Give me... Actually, honestly, what if instead of the second sight we do that thing I was talking about? The thing how every survivor should just play nautical charts? I think the second sight might be better here, funnily enough, still. I think I do want a Dark Horse 5 eventually. So I'll put that in the side deck. We're going to go Unrelenting. And then we're also going to grab... what's that card? Last Chance. Dragon Pull could be fine. I would like Dragon Pull if I wasn't doing Collector. Like, if we took out Collector and this Grizzly Totem idea, I think I'd be okay with that, but we're going heavy on skills and draw skills, so I don't want to add, like, a combo piece to this when we're just trying to find, like, our value engine. I definitely think there's a Zoe deck that could do Dragon Pull pretty good, but I don't think it's this one. Alright. This is Zoe Samaras. So she has Guardian cards 0 to 3, Blessed and Charm cards 0 to 4, Neutral cards level 0 to 5, and up to 5 other level 0 Mystic cards. So what I need to find is our source of damage, which is going to be eventually Blessed Blade 4, I think. Man, it's crazy she can't play the Holy Spear. Bye, Rose. Yeah, I think it is just Blessed Blade 4. Let's put those in the side decks. The only problem is they're not good at Scenario 1. Which we kind of really need to figure out our Scenario 1. I think I might actually just bank the XP. And then she's going to take 1 physical, 1 mental trauma. I think we're going to bank the XP, because I think we really want to buy... I think in a perfect world we want 2 Blessed Blades. So I think what we do is I think we grab the level 0 Blessed Blade. And then, honestly, maybe like just like an M1911. A machete isn't bad. Survival Knife's not terrible for the other hand. Honestly, I actually kind of like Blessed Blade Survival Knife too. As kind of like the plan in the long term. This is probably going to be a backpack deck. Especially because we have the Zoe's Cross. I think we're going to just run the original. I think the upgraded version's, like, sorry, the advanced version, it does not spark joy. And I think our game plan is to just keep this simple, because we want to try to deal damage in as many phases as possible, because her ability adds it whenever you deal damage for, like, multiple turns, right? So we're going to grab Dodge, and then the new one is called Counterpunch. No, it's called... It's an event... Cancel. We can go like this. It's a level 1 to 5. Counterattack. Foolish of me. We want this instead of the dodges, because it's kind of like the same thing. So what we would like to do is upgrade this into counterattack. Okay. And then that just turns into the Beat Cop. Okay. Okay, give me Overpower. Give me Vicious Blow. Hands are full. Accessory, we want the cross. I don't think we're going to compete with it. I do think we want to find as many items as possible. I think that's one thing we do want to do. So what I'm actually going to quickly do is, like I said, we're gonna go backpack. I think backpack's in the long-term plan for this deck. I don't know if it's going to be at level 0, but we want to try to find items. Oh, she can play Lucky Cigarette Case 3, can't she? Okay, we're going to put these in the side deck. It's hard for me to not want to do that. I kind of like Talisman of Protections. Okay, give me the upgraded backpack in the side deck. I could frick with Hunter's Armor as well. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the backpack. So what if we take like 2 wolf masks? And that seems like a pretty okay place to stop. We would like to get some resources. So I think we do Bounty and like Stand Together. And then, of course, you guys know me. We're going to turn this into Stand Together 3 when we can. I get 5 Mystic cards. So we're going to grab... we're going to look at damage quickly, and we're going to get everybody's favorite, Spectral Resort. Okay, let's look at draw. Mystic got some good draw cards, right? Like, they got that new one. Is the sun done setting yet? Okay, yeah. It was like burning my frickin' eyes earlier. There we go. Okay, I think we're going to take a Ward of Protection as 2 of our things. Maybe just 1. What's that new event? Or does it gain resources? The Parlay one. That gains resources, doesn't it? Yeah, we're not going to fuck with that. I think it's a good card, though. Give me Mystic level 0. Not hands. Oh, I guess it's these Talismans of Protection, huh? What are the extra slots? There's a way to see that. Is it in the tools? Oh, this is a charm, so we're able to play that. Okay, that one is not part of our thing. Okay, so then we get one more Mystic card. Let's look at the events and the skills. This attack deals +1 damage, heal damage. Deny existence is always good. Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with deny existence. I agree, chat. Okay, I'm gonna run, I think, 2 deny existences. Nope, that's not deny existence. There it is. We're gonna run 2 deny existence and 1 ward of protection. I think we're gonna swap to that. Alright, so what's this deck missing? Is it missing card draw? I think we realistically want Glory. And of course, this can all update as we get further in. Like, Glory can be replaced when we get the stand-togethers. I think the economy is good. I think we just want, like, a nice big damage event to close this out. Honestly, I'm not opposed to 1-2 punch. That represents a lot of damage. I think we do just need like a boss killer for like the first few scenarios. Haunted. That's fine. Okay, well, it looks like those are our decks that we got here. We have our Clover Carolyn, our Flex Izzy, who I admit I'm nervous about, but that's because it's kind of like, hey, Tyler's playing Hades. Let's go! And then we have our Fighter Parallel Zoe. I think this is going to be a fun run. As I mentioned, the first episode is currently live on More Playing Board Games, and I would love for you to sub if you have not subbed so far. It's our gameplay and VOD channel, and honestly, the change has been very good for me and the channel too. So I'm loving it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys all for a video on the main channel pretty soon. But otherwise, go watch the first Bloodborne episode right now. More Playing Board Games, and have a great time doing it. See ya. Alright, chat. Let's prep for Bloodborne. Shall we? What? What the fuck? Alright. First time catching a stream, I wasn't prepared to experience YouTube time dilation live. It's pretty fucking crazy, isn't it? They just follow their own... YouTube time just follows its own frickin' rules. Is that Russ? Okay. So then we set this up for 3-player upright. And then we would like Bloodborne, City of the Unseen. All right, Insight. Right, okay. Build all. They're not shared? What? Okay, I think I just put these in wrong. Oh, I did put them in wrong. Okay. Yeah, because Carolyn's going to be built. Yeah, the other two aren't. I just put in the wrong URL, which is in which case it's the actual URL. You're just supposed to put in the deck ID. Good boy, Russ. Okay. So we're 1 and 1. It's 1, 1, 2, and 2. Why did you not come in? Izzy was just being a little bit of a troublemaker, it seems. Yeah, classic Izzy. Lost in GD time and space. Okay, let's make this shit big. Okay, Insight. Each scenario begins with 3 insight tokens, including the Chaos Bag. When an insight token is drawn during a test, its modifier is treated as +1 and draw another Chaos token. After the effects of the test are resolved, do not return the Chaos to the bag. Instead, place the insight token's designated display in your campaign log. Okay. So we can return all insight tokens. Actually, let's do that. And then let's click Standard. And then let's return all insight tokens. Okay. So when you draw an insight token, +1, draw another token, and then instead of returning it, well, you return it to the Chaos Bag, and then we add it to the display. If at any point there are 3 insight tokens in the insight display, return all 3 tokens to the Chaos Bag and mark +1 level of recognition in your campaign log. Recognition, as an investigator's accrued levels of insight throughout the campaign, their recognition level will slowly increase. During the setup of a scenario, you may be instructed to check the total level of accrued recognition in your campaign log. This may require you to perform additional setup steps, such as shuffling additional counter sets to the Mythos deck before you're able to begin play. Meaning certain recognition levels may also unlock additional story choices during gameplay. Beware! A large party of investigators will have to gain recognition more quickly than a smaller group. While at first this may seem like a boon, you may regret your decision to see the nightmare in greater clarity. Hunters of Yharnam. During the scenario setup, players may be instructed on a number of cards from Hunters of Yharnam encounter set to the Mythos deck. This encounter set contains unique enemies that the investigators may come into conflict with over the course of their travels and is represented by the icon below. When investigators are instructed to add cards from this set to the Mythos deck during the scenario setup, set aside both copies of a Polite Exchange and shuffle the remaining cards of the set together before drawing the instructed number of cards without looking at them. Then add those cards. Okay. We'll worry about that when it comes. So, when we add them, we have to do some stuff. Each enemy in the Hunters of Yharnam encounter set is a bonded player asset or event card that is indicated by their spoils card. If a Hunter of Yharnam enemy is in the victory display at the conclusion of a scenario, one investigator may choose to add that enemy's specific spoils card to their deck as a reward for defeating a fellow Hunter before returning the Hunter of Yharnam enemy to the collection. Cards earned as spoils do not contribute to the size of an investigator's deck. Let's actually quickly check on Arkham build if Bloodborne is in here. Okay, so looks like there's no Bloodborne, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, looks like I'm not crazy. So we'll have to keep those as they are, but that's okay. Okay. Alright, we know keys, we know swarming. Alert, story cards, expansion, prologue. I've read this prologue twice. I'm not going to read it again in this video, just for a heads up. Once all investigators are their dream entry, record the name of each investigator and their dream in your campaign log. Okay, we'll do that. Uh-oh. I mean, they're all... Isabel Barnes isn't in here. They may choose a dream that was not chosen by another investigator. Huge. How's it going, Astute? Alright, well, we now have Carolyn Fern and Zoe Samaras. Hello, Zoe. What order are these in? None? Last names. Okay. So Fern's gonna be like somewhere. Zoe Samaras. So Zoe has a dream of yearning. Carolyn Fern has a dream of the beginning. How's it going, Joey? I think it's only fair if, oh no, I was gonna say if Izzy does Jenny's dream, but she can't. We've already have that one here. I think, yeah, I like Loss. I agree. I think that's a good one. I like that. Okay. They must decide. Consent to undergo the transfusion? Yes! Send us in, baby! Wait a minute. That adds the cultist? Let's reject his offer. Let's reject it so I can get the tablet instead. I don't want more cultists in the bag. Alright, give me a tablet. Okay. Stallone performed blood transfusions without consent, which is bad. Alright, the hunt begins. Find the 6 cards from the Guidance player card set. Saw Cleaver, Hunting Pistol, Gatekeeper Messengers, Madman's Knowledge, Lumen Flower Keepsake, and the Art of Quickening. And display each of them in play area. Each investigator must choose one to add to their deck. Izzy's deck is even bigger. During the setup phase, each asset from the Guidance set as part of the investigator's deck begins in play. Remove each other Guidance not chosen. Alright, chat, let's see what we're going to do here. I think we don't need this. I'm actually really excited. Okay, I imagine we randomly generate one of these, right? You okay? There we go. Okay. Saw Cleaver. 4 cost, hand slot, fight. You get +1 fist and deal +1 damage to this attack. Double action, exhaust Saw Cleaver. Fight, you get +1 fist, deal +2 damage. Saw Cleaver occupies 2 hand slots until the end of the round. Top action is good, bottom action I'm not too sure about. Gatekeep Messengers. Max 2 Dilemma per round. Revelation. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Shuffle each weakness. Reveal this way back in your deck and draw another card to replace it. Choose one of those cards to discard, one to draw, and one to attach to Gatekeeper Messengers. Afterwards, place both Gatekeeper Messengers and its attached card to your location. Any investigator other than its bearer of Gatekeeper Messengers may add it to its attached card. I actually kind of like this for Izzy. I kind of like this one for Izzy. Hunting Pistol. Uses 1 ammo, replenish the ammo at the start of each round. Spend 1 ammo, fight. You get plus 2 fists and you get +1 damage to attack. Before chaos tokens are drawn during a fight action with Hunting Pistol, take 1 damage. The attack does 1 additional damage if it is successful. Lumen Flower Keepsake. 2 cost, takes up a hand slot. You get +1 brain. When Investigate location draws a treachery card from the encounter deck, discard Lumen Flower Keepsake, cancel that card's revelation effect. Not bad. Madman's Knowledge. 3 cost accessory, which Carolyn does not have an accessory in her deck. Ooh, okay. You get +1 book and -1 sanity. When you draw an insight token, place 1 resource from the token pool on Madman's Knowledge as a charge. Spend up to 3 charges and exhaust it. Draw that many cards. Yeah, it seems pretty good for Carolyn. And then Old Hunter's Bone. 3 cost accessory. You get +1 foot and -1 health. When you succeed at a skill test, at a test by 3 or more, exhaust Old Hunter's Bone. You may immediately take an action as if it were your turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, we're going to give you this. So then we're going to build our pile of stuff here. I think we're taking the Gatekeeping Messengers here. So then that's going to be in our opening hand. Okay, and then I guess, what does Zoe get? Oh no, sorry, you belong over here. I guess the gun is kind of like the easiest one to just have. We only get to fire with it once, though, so it's probably just the saw cleaver, right? It's probably just the saw cleaver. The hunt begins. Consider the act action of both the copies of Act 2A together without looking to remove one from the game. Set the Cleric Beast, we're ready to begin. In this scenario, barricades have been set up around various streets of Yharnam. Each barricade is represented by a resource token placed between 2 locations. If there are one or more between, we cannot move from one to the other, even if they are connected. Can be removed. That's just the Into Deep barricades. Okay. I think we're ready to rock, Chad. Shall we play some Arkham? Enough of this yapping. Let's get to business. Hello, everybody, and welcome! This is the first episode of the Bloodborne run that I am playing three-handed solo with Parallel Zoe, Izzy Barnes, and Carolyn Fern. If you want to see these decks built live, I released a video at the same time that this video went live. You can go see those on the main channel. There's a link down in the video description. As I'm going to repeat again for YouTube and Twitch who are watching this live, but I've never actually completed Bloodborne, and I've always wanted to. I was going to wait until I could play with someone else. We could play two-handed together, but it never really came to be. So I thought that instead I'm going to just run this in three-handed. I just finished a four-handed run on Tuesday, 2 days ago at the time of recording this, and I thought it would be fun to try that out again here, but three-handed. Four-handed I enjoyed it, but I felt like it was a bit much, and I feel like three is going to be a much better experience. So this is a campaign with some cool mechanics. The big one is this insight. When we draw an insight token, we give +1 to the test, and then after the test resolves, we remove that token, put it over here. When there's 3, our recognition goes up, which we don't really have a place to put, so I'm going to just make this cool little recognition thing right here. And we're going to make it like the same sort of kind of like, we're going to try to hit that same sort of like greeny blue, that grain Greek, it's a little bit darker. We're getting a bit closer. Kind of like there. Alright. That's going to be our insight. Sorry, that's our recognition. So what I can do is we can type in recognition, but we'll just remember, shall we? Okay. We also each started with an additional card here. Zoe has the parallel Zoe rather has the item melee weapon saw cleaver. Fight, you get +1 fist, deal +1 damage. I can exhaust it, +1 fist, deal +2 damage, and it occupies 2 hand slots until the end of the round. Izzy's got this cool dilemma, which we're going to resolve when the game begins. And then Carolyn is going a little bit crazy. She gets +1 sanity, +1 book, -1 sanity. When you draw an insight token, place 1 resource from the token pool on it as a charge, and spend up to 3 charges, exhaust it, and draw that many cards. We start at the first floor sick room. All right. Okay, let's read some acts and agendas to start, shall we? The hunt begins. Woken up with something of a nightmare, have you? A foul, murky story quite beyond your own reckoning? Won't that be something to tell the grandkids, eh? Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good, you know. It's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. For the purpose of determining where hunter enemies move during the enemy phase, beast enemies move as if blood-drunk enemies are investigators, and then vice versa. Force. After the hunter enemy's move step of the enemy phase, each ready blood-drunk enemy deals its damage value to each beast enemy at its location, then vice versa. Moonlit Revival. You recall Garmin mimicking the exact words that Dr. Sloaney used before you woke up in this dusty sick room. Whatever happens, you may think it all a bad dream. That could explain the ominous growling from the next room, or why you still have the old man's strange gifts in your hands. However, you're beginning to suspect things won't be that simple. As the Lightning Bolt investigators may spend player clues as a group to remove a barricade that is blocking the way to a connecting location, we can also test Fist 4 if we succeed, remove a barricade that is blocking the way to a connecting location. If each investigator is at the hospital courtyard, we may spend the Rex number of clues as a group to advance. So over here, which is conveniently not blocked, which is kind of cash money of them, but there's got to be something good in here, right? I mean, this guy's gonna hunt into us. He's gonna hunt into us here. All right, let's see our opening hands. Alrighty then. Survival knife's nice to get. Hunter's armor is fine. Honestly, I think I kind of like this Zoe hand. I think we'll just take like an extra. Wow! Okay, so we don't get like the resource generation, so this is a little bit less free than it is in regular Zoe, but this is a nice start. Over here in Izzy's world, this might look a little bit strange, but we're going to go for a full mulligan. Yes! Okay, we got the juice. We got the sauce. We got the sauce. Over here in Carolyn, choose investigation location. Reveal that investigator. Okay, okay. I think we're going to take that, and I think we burn these other ones. Oh, this is strange. Okay, I feel almost too prepared. Okay. Okay. 3 Shroud. Place 1 Doom and Acid Control. Heal 1 damage and horror from any card under your control. Limit once per game. Okay, so we need 6 clues here. But something in my gut is telling me that this is worth checking, right? It's not like there's going to be a location that we don't want to go into, right? Okay. Well, the game has begun, so we need to resolve this Gatekeeper Messengers. Max 2 dilemma per round. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Shuffle each weakness revealed this way back into your deck and draw another card to replace it. Choose one of those cards to discard, one to draw, and one to attach to Gatekeeper Messengers. Afterwards, place both Gatekeeper Messengers and its attack card at your location. As a lightning bolt, any investigator other than its bearer at Gatekeeper Messenger's location may add the attached card to their hand and then shuffle this back into its bearer's deck. Okay. We have a Jim Culver, a Perception, and a Timely Intervention. Interesting. Okay. So I gotta put 1 to discard. So I think we discard... Oh, interesting. Well, we're gonna draw Jim Culver. Not you. Why is that happening? Okay, this works. Okay, I was just testing. Okay, so I think I'm okay to discard the Timely Intervention. And then we put, like, the Perception here, I think. Interesting. Okay. A lot of -2s. That puts us to 5. I think we swap it. I think we go like this. I think so. And then... we're going to put down the Grizzly Totem. And then I think we're going to investigate and we're going to commit the Perception, which is going to put us up to... we get to add an extra icon, so we're going to be 5 to 3. That's a -2. Let me turn on the tokens for all you at home. -2. If you fail, place a barricade between your location and a connecting location. Was that Timely Intervention in my hand? No, it was attached to the Gatekeeper Messengers. Because, oh, this one. Yeah, no, you're right. I did the wrong one. This... no, because I needed to discard one still. It was Jim. Oh, yeah, this is the one that has to be there. Yeah. Never mind. So then we discard... no, we do discard this. This one that I can't... I need to redo this whole thing. This guy fucking got in my head. Okay. It was these 3 cards, so I had to do it like this. Okay, so then we don't get this reward. Okay, thank you for that. Already I'm like, these little Gatekeeper Messengers threw me for a loop. All right, well in that case, for our second action, we're going to play a Take Heart. And we're going to investigate at 2 to 3. We fail, so we're going to draw 2 and gain 2. Don't take that. Parallel Zoe's a little bit of a hog. Okay. So we draw 2 and then gain 2. Then we hit our breaking point, take a direct damage. Then if you have 6 or fewer remaining sanity, we have 7 remaining sanity, so this is not going to do anything else. We have now, then, we're going to close this out by playing Jim Culver. And I think that's okay. So then we want Carolyn to commit this Perception, and she's going to investigate at 8 to 3. I think we're just going to start there. Nice. So she's going to grab a clue, and then... well, she draws this into her hand, and then she commits it. And then this gets shuffled back into my deck. Jesus, computer, why are you so hot? Okay. Alright, so then we get a draw card from this. Gather intel is nice. So we discovered a clue. I think we're gonna spend 2 resources to play a psychoanalysis, and we're gonna choose Izzy. So I gotta look at the top 3 cards, reveal the top 3 cards of Izzy's deck again. Okay. That investigating mission is to draw 1 revealed card and shuffle the rest of their deck, or heal 2 horror and return them back in any order. So we're going to heal the 2 horror, which is going to allow us to discover a clue. And then I think we're going to draw like so. Hey, Jay, well, it's going good. It's going good. Okay, I have an action left. I think we're going to drop down this alchemical distillation, I think. This would go back to Izzy. How does it... Actually, we should look at the messengers. Because it might not go back to... Alright, these need to go back in this order, so we can't shuffle this. Where are those guys? Afterward, place both in its attached card location. Any investigator on there may add the attached card to their hand. I'm going to wager it goes to Carolyn's discard then, because I feel like she gains ownership of it. Because you're gifting it to a person. I don't think there's a good way for us to know this, right? But I think that would make sense, right? Okay. And that's Carolyn. Hey, Monocle Man, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Alright. I think we're going to spend 2 and play a survival knife, and then I'm just going to gain a resource, and we're going to play the hunter's armor. I think we're just going to keep it simple. Alright, this guy's going to move in here. He's going to move in here, and he's going to attack Izzy. Izzy's going to get hit. An enemy entered our location, so we're going to gather intel. We're going to draw 2 cards. Okay. And then we're going to use the survival knife to go 6-3. That's going to be 2 damage, but more importantly, we're going to add a blessed token to the bag. Ooh, has prey lowest remaining health. So that actually would be you. So you get bits. We actually don't get to do this. Okay, because this prey actually matters. So it's going to deal a damage to Jim, and then we get a draw card. So these go away. We'll put the horror on Izzy. And then during the lightning bolt window, after enemies attack. Oh my god, that scared me. We're going to play this. We're going to add 3 curse tokens to add 3 blessed tokens, and then we get a draw card. Okay. And then we go upkeep. Spectral Razor. Sparrow Mask. E-Cash. We're going to go 1 of 8. And let's see what we got here. Ashen Affliction. Put Ashen Affliction point in your threat area. You get -1 health and -1 foot and must discard the top card of your deck whenever another card enters your threat area. As an action, test Brain 3. If you succeed, discard Ashen Affliction. Yarnum Hospitality. Peril. Revelation. Test Brain or Foot 4. If you fail until the end of the round, take 1 damage each time you investigate or parlay. Okay, that's no problem. We're going to investigate at 5 to... Sorry, we're going to do this test at 5 to 4. We're doing Brain. 7 to 4. 3 to 4. I could use the Timely Intervention, but I don't think it's an issue here. I'm going to leave this here just for memory. Uncontrolled Fire. Attach your location at the end of your turn. After you end your turn to this location or connecting location, take 1 damage, and we can get rid of it. So that's going to be something that Izzy is going to want to do. Interesting. So we could go... What is this? 5 to 3. That's not a guarantee. Carolyn could try to get rid of it. Izzy could try to get rid of it. We could try to evade this guy. Already it's coming in hot. Okay, we kind of want Izzy to go first because she has the fire she wants to get rid of. See what I mean about this? It's a tough one. Already on turn 1, we have a lot of problems to solve. It's not an easy campaign. Okay. I mean, we could just take a damage. Oh, it's just discard the top card of your deck? Okay, no, that's nothing. Alright, we'll engage this guy. And you must discard the top card of your deck. Sure. And then I think we're going to do the Buzzsaw mode. No, we'll just do the top one. So we're just going to go 5 to 3. And we have this long shot. X is the number of beast enemies in play, so this guy's going to take 2 damage from this, and then 1 from the long shot to finish him off. So he's dead. We're going to add a Bless token. And then for my... Oh, I'll do this Glory. So we'll draw 2. Honestly, I think we'll just stand together. I'll take 2, and why don't you take 2? I will then take a damage for ending my turn at this room that is on fire. Izzy is going to try this foot test. We're going to go 3-all. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think Izzy is going to do this test over here, I think. And so we're going to go 5 to 3. Okay. Okay. We'll take it. I could have bountied that guy, and you know what? I'm going to say I did. And then... I think Izzy's going to try to break this barricade. This one to the south. So we have 5 to 4. Let's go. 6 to 4. We can commit this timely intervention and add an extra wild icon, which will allow us to pass, because we go 6 down to 2 and then up 2, which is going to allow us to draw a card, and then Zoe draws a card off of that. That's a nice draw. And then we place here. Okay. I think Carolyn's going to go check out this location. Test foot 4. If you succeed, you locate a few unsoiled linens amidst the mess of gore. Remember the required bandages, otherwise take 1 horror. Okay. I mean, I think we just investigate at 8 to 4 for our second action. We'll grab a clue and draw a card. Another psychoanalysis is interesting. I think I'll just investigate up 2. Cool. Alrighty then, we can go upkeep. Ward of Protection's nice. This is gone now. Take Heart's great. Eureka's awesome. Alright, 2 of 8. I know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, the 2 together. That's Trace? Whoa, that's crazy. Place Blood Drunk in your threat area. You get -2 fight, -2 to fight investigate actions. Test Brain 3. If you succeed, discard it. If you fail, reduce the difficulty test by 1 until the end of the round. Well, I know what Izzy's doing this turn. And it's these 2 cards. Carolyn has a Rude Awakening. Test Brain 3 to fail. Put Rude Awakening in your threat area. It's just cost to take a move action. You must choose a card to card from your hand at the end of your turn. Test Brain or Foot 3. See, man, it's a hard go. I think we'll just commit this and be up 2. Nice. Okay. Alright, Izzy, do your stuff. Let's do 5 to 3. Go, go! Izzy Rangers. Okay, let's go 5 to 2. 7 to 2. Nice. This one's gone. I think Izzy's just doing cleanup. So we're going to go do this again. I'd love to get this fire axe out, but I just don't think we have the time. Nice. That was a brain test, right? Yes. Okay, I can open this window more now. Good job, Izzy. I think Zoe's going to move into this location. Zoe's going to play her cross. And then we're going to do the smart thing, which is draw as our last action in a deck that has the ability to summon an enemy. Okay. I think we're going to do an e-cache. To then play this Occult Records. And then we're going to use it. So we're going to heal a horror from you, which is going to give us a clue. And then we're going to test 4 to 2 with this Eureka. Nice. So we're going to look at the top 3. Take a deduction for sure. And then we shall investigate with the deduction at 7 to 4. Not a sure thing, but if you hope and believe, you get a bless token into a -2. We'll grab 2 clues. Okay. Upkeep time. We have to be very careful, because remember, Carolyn has narcolepsy in her deck. That shortcut's really nice. Oh, did I not test this? Oh no, I passed it. I passed it. Alright, 3 of 8. Evil card over here. The Sweet Stench. Test brain 3. If you fail, place the Sweet Stench in your threat area. You get -2 skill value during evade action. Each humanoid enemy in play gains prey -U. 4 to 3. 6 to 3. Yay! It's that Yarnum hospitality again. We'll go 5 to 4. Oh, heal horror. Sure, I'll take it. And then over here, Slake the Thirst. Place Slake the Thirst in your threat area. You try to maintain composure. Force the end of turn. If you did not perform the above ability, deal 1 damage and horror to an investigated location. If you cannot take 2 damage or 2 horror, then discard Slake the Thirst. No problem. That's why we have the armor. I think realistically we'll kind of meet up in this location, is kind of my thought, and then next turn we'll aim to get to the courtyard. I mean, unless we just try to do that this turn, right? No, because Carolyn then can. I mean, Carolyn, no, she couldn't. Everyone is looking A-okay. Beat Cop it up. Beat Cop into move into resource. Doesn't seem that bad, right? Grab the Beat Cop. Grab the move. Grab the resource. Carolyn investigates. Oh, we could get there this turn. We could with the shortcut. Let's assume we can get there. Let's assume we can get there. So we do forgo the resource and we come in here. 4. So in the round, if Hospital Courtyard has no clues on it, replenish clues on its location to its maximum clue value. Search the top 6-card deck for an item or supply card and draw it. Shuffle your deck. Okay. So we're going to go 6 to 4. Up 2 is no problem. Uh-oh! Told you. Told you, chat. Can I copy this? I deleted it. I want to put one up here. Alright, so we grab this clue. We'll then move up here. We'll shortcut over here. And then we're going to deal a damage and a horror to Zoe. Okay. I think Isabel's going to take a really easy turn. We have the 6 clues, right? Yeah, we got more than enough. We're going to come in here. Ooh. Is that better? Do you think we lose our clues if we advance? I think we don't. I think it's a blind play. We play as if we do. We're going to drop down a Cosmic Flame, and we're going to drop down a Fire Axe, I think. No. We're going to... yeah. We'll play the Fire Axe. I think that's okay. All right. We shall then go... Actually, is this better? I think the Sparrow Mask might be better. Let's put that down instead. And then we'll go Upkeep. Overpower's nice. Perception I won't say no to. Shortcut's great. We can advance. So we're going to spend... We kept 2 of our clues. You've heard strange, high-pitched noises every so often and in the distance for a while now, but they've been far too challenging to identify with any certainty beneath the near-incessant ringing of the city's church bells. Once you force the courtyard gates open, there's a pause in the ring just long enough for you to hear the sound with clarity. There's no mistaking it. It is the angry shriek of some kind of creature, one that is either very close or very large. Refresh all clues on Hospital Courtyard. Each investigator loses all their clues. Good. Remove each clinic from the game, placing any victory point locations cleared of clues amongst those cards in the victory display. Oh, you mean like this one? Oh, we didn't grab those bandages. Whoops. Put the set-aside randomly selected Moonlit, Backstreet, and Ominous Pyre locations play along with the set-aside copies of Central Garden Promenade, City Center Plaza, and Under the Great Bridge. Then shelf each copy of Elderly Huntsman and Gleeful Atrocities in the Encounter deck, along with the Quite Thrilling and Beast Encounter set and the Encounter discard pile. Okay. So, oh yeah, I forgot there's like a lot. Okay, we get one of these Ominous Pyres. We get one of these Moonlit Backstreets. And then we get the Moon. Act 2 Encounter Editions, okay. Okay, we gotta put the barricades. Alright, clone. Just give me a bunch of these. We can use them all. Okay. Place one barricade between the Ominous Pyre and Under the Great Bridge. And, 2 barricade tokens will be Central... One between Ominous Pyre and the Central Yarnum Promenade. And then 2 between Central Yarnum and the City Center Plaza. Okay. 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 City of the Unseen. Past the gates, you behold the city in all its terrible glory. Plumes of black smoke rise above the rooftops, licked by red tongues of hot flame. Were you transported to the strange places you slept? You spy an overpass above the ramshackle hospital building. Perhaps you'll be able to find the best way to proceed from the vantage. As Lightning Bolt may spend player clues to remove a barricade that is blocking the way to a connecting location. Test Fist 4. Investigate the City Center Plaza. May spend the Rex number of clues as group to advance. We got to get down there. Okay. Let's draw encounter cards, shall we? But first, let's put a Doom on the agenda. That's the correct step first. View Halu. Test Foot 3. If you fail, each Blood Drunk enemy in play resolves its Hunter keyword. If no enemies in play, discard across the top of the counter deck until one is revealed and spawn it. Cool. I'm ready for it. So we fail, so we discard until we get a Blood Drunk enemy. That's Blood Drunk, but not a Blood Drunk enemy. That's a humanoid beast. That is a poison. That is a hazard. That is an omen. This one's a scheme and an attack. That one's an omen. This one's an omen. There's a Blood Drunk. Okay. Cannot be moved from his location. If he is ready, an investigator ends their turn in a connecting location, he'll deals 1 damage to them. Yeah, he shoots them with a gun. He's gonna die to the power of God. Okay. That's annoying. Certainly. Hunting party. If attacks you, resolve the hunter keyword on another blood drunken play. Okay. Okay. Give me up, me mama smooth. Yup, me mama, give me up. Me mama, when the morning comes, oh give me up. Me mama smooth. Yup, me mama. Yup, for when the morning comes. Okay. Now that I'm done my song, we can get to work. I think realistically, we just have Zoe go first. Actually, we want Izzy to go first because of the fire. So she's going to go 5 to 4. And then we're going to take a direct horror to commit this. You know what? We're going to do the whole... We're going to get rid of this token remover. It can go to hell. We're going to do the old double graveyard thing. Because Zoe, Izzy needs 2 graveyards. So we're going to drop down this timely intervention on this test. So we're going to take a direct horror to do this, which is going to let us draw a card. And then, so we're doing this thing. So we are now currently 5 to 3. Just, is that the song you hope is sung when you say they are going to sing songs about me? I do kind of hope so. I think so. I think it's up there at least. Sorry, so we're 5 with the Sparrow Mask. We're 8, so we're going to be 8 to 3 here. 9 to 3. 7 to 3. We get to draw a card. We get to draw a card, and then this gets shuffled into our deck. Up there with Cotton Eye Joe. Oh, fuck, now it's in my head. Hit a bit, Cotton Eye Joe, where'd you come from, where'd you go? Hit a bit, Cotton Eye Joe, where'd you come from, where'd you go? Hey, 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 hey. All right, okay, let's chat. We gotta focus, okay? We gotta focus. We're beset with blood-drunk ghouls. Great turn, Izzy. So far, you're killing it. I think for our next trick, look how many fucking cards I have in hand. Unsubbed? No! No! Oh, sorry, we also get one of these back. Alright, we're gonna shoot this guy. We're gonna commit this guts to go 7 to 3. How dare you do that? How dare you do that to me? Alright, so reveal a skull, so we remove a charge. And I will spend a charge to have this deal an extra damage. So then these guys will die. We'll draw a card with this. And then I think we're going to spend a resource to play a Fire Axe. Great turn from Mrs. Izzy Barnes right there. Okay, as for our good friend Zoe Samaras, we're going to move up here. After you successfully investigate by 2 or more, put 1 doom on the agenda. That's kind of cool. So we're going to engage this guy, and then we're going to spend a resource to deal a damage to that enemy. So this guy's cooked. I will then put in a bless token. For my last trick, I think I'm just going to draw a card. Yes! This is what I wanted! Alright, so discard cards until an enemy is discarded, attached to that enemy, and spawn at the location farthest from me, which is, of course, going to be under the Great Bridge. Alright, I love something with Hunter. This guy looks like he is Hunter. What's his X? The number of beasts at its location, including itself. Honestly, this guy seems pretty chill so far. And I'm bitten Cotton Eye Joe. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Get up. Get up. Alright, as for our good friend Carolyn, I think she is going to... I think we're going to spend a majority of our time investigating here. And then we're going to... I think I might send Izzy to this location. Okay. So we'll investigate 6-2. Honestly, this might just be a BVS turn. Yep. Yep. I love me some Book v Shroud. I love me some Book v Shroud. Alright, this guy's gonna move... We'll move him up here. And then I will go upkeep. Huge. And then I will put 3 clues on this. And then we will go 5 of 8. And I have drawn Blood-Crazed Hunting Hounds. Hunter swarming 1, X is equal to the number of blood-crazed hunting hounds at its location. Okay, kind of fun, kind of cool, kind of neat. I'm into it. They're kind of cute. Dreadful Effigy. Attach Dreadful Effigy to your location. As this cost to leave this location, must have been a 2-player resources group. Replace 1 Doom on this agenda. Once this cost is paid. That's kind of fucking metal as hell, man. That's exactly what I wanted to see here. A Dreadful Effigy. Stake the Thirst. You are not doing well, Carolyn. Carolyn has some issues that she is working through currently. Alright, let's take a little water break. Honestly, this turn's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, I think we just spend the thing, right? We go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just spend it all for this. I like the design on this card. That's actually pretty cool. So then Izzy's going to move up here. And then Izzy is going to spend... She's going to do an E-cash. And then I think Izzy's going to tempt fate a little bit. We're going to play this Take Heart here. And we're going to investigate 2-2. Shall we do it, chat? Shall we get a +1? That's pretty shitty. That's pretty bad. That's okay, though. We'll take the loss. We're going to grab 2 clues. We're going to put a barricade here. Zoe's just going to have to break through it. But I have faith in her. We will then... gain 2, draw 2. Okay. Okay, well, we have our clues. Alright, I think Zoe's... I think Zoe's next. So Zoe's going to attack these guys, and she's going to use the Saw Cleaver to go 6-2. It's a pretty good place to start. Alright, they're dead. We'll put this on the bottom. I will add a Bless token. These are different. Did they sync up if I do it properly? No, they don't. Okay, then you are going to be the arbiter of the Bless token, Zoe, because I think I'm more likely to be up here when I do that. Okay, that was a pretty good first action. Second action, we're going to try to break this down. And Izzy is going to help, so we're going to go 8 to 4. Oh, that's pretty good, actually! So we're going to use the Grizzly Totem. So 8 to 4. We break through. I get to draw a card off the Overpower. And then Zoe gets to draw a card off of the Grizzly Totem. Huge. Okay. So this is gone. I think Zoe's going to move in here. Forced to get -1 foot and will tests. You -1 foot and will test made on treachery cards at this location. As a reaction, we draw insight token during a test on a treachery. That test automatically succeeds. Kind of cool. Kind of sick with it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay. Carolyn is gonna move up here. I think I might hurt myself here. Oh, I did do this action. I meant to not. You're supposed to not do it. Okay, well, I might not do it. But sorry, I might do it. We're gonna heal 2 horror. Ooh. During your turn. How fucking dare they make this card reasonable? Alright, well, we're gonna heal 2 horror from Izzy. We're gonna heal 1, but we're gonna grab a clue here. And then we will test 3 to 2. I think I'm okay with discarding any of those. I will go 4 to 2 just in case we draw the tablet. 6 to 2? Nice. Okay. I think then I'll move in here. And I'm just going to investigate 6 to 3, I think. Keep it going. Stop using those. Those aren't for you. Okay. Enemy phase. This guy's going to come over here. He doesn't have prey. We're going to spend a resource to nuke him. Or do we actually just do this? He has 1 health. We go 7 to 2. That's not bad. We'll go 7 to 2. He's cooked, I'm afraid. We'll add a bless token. And we have Smote the Wicked. And then we shall go upkeep. We'll discard you. Gather intel's nice. 6 of 8. Elderly Huntsman. We'll put him up here. Yeah. Because we got to move forward. And I am going to go the long way just because if there's victory, I want to get victory. I mean, it's telling me to go this way, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of like, yeah, but what if I don't? What if I don't go that way? Test foot 3. If you fail, each blood dragon player resolves its hunter keyword. Okay, sure. So we'll go 3 all. Okay, no, we'll do the thing again. We'll go 5 to 3, and then we'll take a horror to commit this to it. And I will use the Grizzly Totem. Man, the draw on this deck is insane. So we have 5, 7, 8 to 3. Actually, I'll save that. Yeah, we'll save it. So we go 5, 6, 7 to 3. 6, 7. Throw this in the deck. Huge. Rude Awakening. Test Brain 3. If you fail, put Rude Awakening in your threat area. As it costs to take move actions, you must choose and discard a card from your hand. Sure. I think realistically I can commit this to this and we can go up 2. We can go up 4. We can go up 3 and pass. Give me that. Okay, not awful. Not awful for sure. So I think we'll just start by this, spending 1, 2, 3 clues to remove this barricade. And then I think Zoe, the other E, is going to run up here and engage this guy. Ominous Pyre. Forced. If a blood-drunk enemy is drawn to the encounter deck during the Mythos phase, ignore its usual spawn conditions and spawn it at Ominous Pyre. It gets +1 Shroud for each blood-drunk enemy in play. Heard. Anyways, this guy's dead. He dies to the cross. If there's one thing that they can't survive in Yharnam is real religion. None of this hokey-pokey stuff they're trying to do. Alright, we'll play the Wolf Mask. And I'll gain a resource. We're doing pretty good on resources here, so that's nice, both on cards and economy. I think Izzy's going to go 1, 2, and we're going to investigate 2 to 2. I'm going to take a horror and draw a card. Huge. We're going to take a horror and draw a card to play. Take card from the discard pile. We're going to go 2 to 2. Do the full streams get uploaded on the other channel? Currently, I don't know what I'm doing with my full streams. If I hear what people want me to do with full streams, I might figure it out. But currently, like, especially Arkham streams, they kind of just get cut up. Full non-Arkham streams, those, we're up 1, by the way. Oh, okay. We fail. Those get uploaded, but Arkham streams, they kind of just get cut up. But if people, they're there on the YouTube. They're just hidden right now. We fail, so we're gonna do. I had to play one of those before. I just didn't play it. We're gonna play this one then and grab 2 clues, and then we gain 2, draw 2. You go in here. There's the amnesia that we were worried about. Okay, what do I want to keep here? I mean, I think we don't need to keep any skills. I think skills can go in the discard pile. We don't need the cash. We don't need the other gym. I don't think we need the card draw. Easy come, easy go, right? So this comes in here, and then we return all insight, and we get 1 recognition. Not bad. Okay. I don't think I slaked the thirst. I missed it. So I dealt it to Zoe probably, right? Because she was there. And the skull gets a resource? What? No, the skull, Carolyn has to draw it. Carolyn hasn't drawn one yet. Okay, I think we're gonna shortcut into this location. I think we're gonna gain a resource. I think we're gonna play psychoanalysis. We're gonna choose Izzy again, so we'll look at the top 3. We're going to put them back in the order of our choice, which I think is going to be like this. And then we're going to heal 2 horror. Just going to give us a clue. And then, I believe I will investigate for my last action at 6 to 2. Discard the top 2 cards of my deck. So we are 4 to 2. We are 4 to 2. So we'll get 1 more clue. Easy. Alright. Upkeep. Spectral Resort. Timely Intervention is nice. Unflappable is good. Okay. 7 of 8. Attach Gleeful Atrocities to your location. Very fitting here. Force, the additional cost to move from this location, test with 3 if you fail. Cancel the effects of the move. Then Cersei counter deck and discard pile for a blood drunk enemy and spawn and engage with you instead of its usual spawn conditions and discard gleeful atrocities. Fun. Nice design. Very tight. A beast of burden. Okay. He's not blood drunk. She's fucking thirsty. Why is Carolyn so fucking thirsty, chat? Why is my computer so hot? You doing okay, buddy? You are boiling. Cool on top, though. Maybe I can close Steam, close Spotify. I need these windows open. Okay. I mean, we can kill this guy. We can kill this guy. I think Carolyn wants to... I mean, I think realistically Zoe wants to do the gleeful atrocities. We kind of just want to get this done. How many clues do we got? We got 8 currently. I can spend 5, and then we can do that. Sorry, I can spend 3. We go down to 5. Sorry, I'll spend 1 of yours. I guess we actually need to spend all of yours, because it doesn't say as a group. It just says investigators. I assume that's meant to be as a group, but I'm going to just follow as written. Therapist does seem like a good job for a bloodthirsty vampire, aesthetically speaking. Wait a minute, is my fucking therapist a vampire? Wouldn't that be fucking something? Okay, yeah, so Zoe's gonna go first. She's gonna do this test. We're gonna go 2 to 3. I wonder if this is the way. Add 3, so we go... No, we want to fail this. But we don't want to... The problem is I don't want to hit the tablet, but the chances of that are pretty small. If you fail... Resolve the hunter keyword. So we do fail. So this is okay. This crashes on us. So this is discarded. It's discarded after. So we sure see encounter deck and discard for a blood drunk enemy and spawn and engaged with me. Let's see what we got left in the deck. We got hounds, a hunting party. I think we're okay to draw these guys, but you can see that we have a big enemy deluge coming. But I'm feeling pretty confident in my fighters right now. So I think we're just going to grab, like, this blood drunk enemy. We're going to spawn him with us, and we're going to kill him with the cross. Kill him with the power of Jesus! Okay, I think realistically it's actually probably better if Zoe kills this guy, because she has the resources to spend. And we might as well use them right now while, like, there's very little pressure on it. Engage, hit. Yeah, that seems okay. Engage. We're not under pressure to... I don't need to swing into this, so I think we're okay here. We're going to use the saw cleaver. So we're going to go 6 to 3. I think I'm going to commit... No, we'll do this. Oh, what if I don't? What if I don't, chat? What if I actually use this top action on this? Is that the way? No, we just use this wolf mask that we have here. Am I a freaking idiot? Alright, so we'll do the saw cleaver. We'll move 1, 2, 3 blessed tokens before anyone else gets their grubby little hands on it. So we're going to go 6 to 3. We're going to go 7, 8 to 3. +1 for each... Are you fucking kidding me? That's awful. Anyways, this guy's dead because he gets +1 damage. 2 from this, 1 from our ability. We get to add a blessed token back in. No, I already did that this round. I suppose I'm going to spend 2, and we're going to put this amulet, this talisman of protection in my area. Because Izzy is going to be a little bit busy. I think we just keep it simple, right? We go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we draw a card. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for this second site. Roland Core Elder Sign on Zoe. Fucking men. And then last action, we'll use this. So we're going to investigate at 5 to 2. I'm going to take a horror, which replenishes the mask, which realistically should have been replenished. And we're going to commit... I got a brain test in here, right? No guts? Okay, we're not taking the horror. And we'll just go 5 to 2. Huge. I will spend a charge to grab 2 clues. This Zoe deck's working. I'd be curious to see what the deck's like without Grizzly Totem, but honestly, the Grizzly Totem stuff hasn't really been, like, the degenerate part. It is just, like, good stuff .deck. We got the victory, though. Alright, Carolyn's gonna hippity-hop under the Great Bridge. Ah! When another Great Bridge is revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a creature enemy and spawn at this location. Okay, that's a little bit spooky. Creature. I think it's just the dogs, right? Cat dog. Okay, I think this one I'm going to take from the deck. Okay. And I think then we're going to... Oh, I could draw 2 cards. I could just try to evade him. I don't want to fall asleep. Is it 2? This is 2. Okay, so we're going to draw some cards. Interesting. Okay, I think then we try to evade these dogs at 5 to 3. We pass. The dogs are evaded. I need 2 more clues? I guess we just investigate 6 to 2, right? Nice. And then we'll take 2 and 2. Okay. These guys get up. We go upkeep. Eight, we advance. A different sort of terrible sound greets you as you round the next corner. Instead of the ominous howling and screeching of the city's beasts, you're now subjected to the rowdy, maniacal whooping of the city's blood-mad occupants. One of the huntsmen spies you and hollers for the rest of his companions to converge upon you. Die, you rats! The streets will run red tonight! Search the encounter deck of scrub for player blood-drunk enemies. Spawn 1 engage with the lead investigator instead of its usual spawn conditions. And any of the others at the location furthest from investigators, then shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay, so we need 3? Okay, well, we just do the thing we do. We grab this guy. And this guy, again, is going to learn the power of Jesus Christ. And then the other 2... and any others at the location farthest from. So if we put this guy all the way over here, in theory, he's never a problem. At the same time, I kind of like the idea of grabbing, like... This guy's pretty easy to kill, right? But also, like, I think at this point now he's going to become a lot harder. So then what if we also just grab, like, these dogs? What if we just run like that? Okay. Well, my good hunter, the night is long, the darkness thick. Don't say you weren't warned. Time is a cruel, cruel thing. Haven't you noticed? They can fight each other. Okay. Oh, sorry. This guy died. And it's the Mythos phase, so we get out a Bless token. It's Zoe's turn to be thirsty. just feels very hot. You get -1 health and must discard the top card deck whenever the card enters. Okay, sure, we'll just clean that up. Move from this location. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, Zoe could move, attack, attempt to move, and then Zoe, and then Izzy can finish the job. That doesn't sound that bad. Yeah, alright. So Zoe's gonna move in here. How much doom do we got? We have 11 left. That is a lot of time. Alright, so Zoe's gonna move in here. We did gain this when that enemy engaged us. We're going to attack with the Saw Cleaver, which is then 6-2, which is pretty comfortable. Alright, these guys are dead. We're going to add one of these tokens. This is yours. Okay. And then we're going to attempt to leave, and we're going to go 2-3. Yes. So we will cancel the effects of the move, search the counter deck, and discard a blood drunk enemy and spawn it here. Oh. Sorry. Oh, that was a dog. And it was... You do that, you drew that. It was this guy. So what if we grab this elderly huntsman and we put him here? And then we can get him with the survival knife. I'm not opposed. We're going to stab Carolyn, who's starting to feel the pain. One second. Okay, just my hard drive unplugged. Okay, not bad. I think we'll have Izzy move in here, and then Izzy's going to test this, so we're going to go 5-3. 6-3? Nice. And then I think we'll move into this location. I thought it was horror and damage. Or horror. Oh, wow. Okay. Then we'll take a little bit less of this. I've been playing that a little bit harder for the one time that triggered. Okay. If you fail a foot test at City Center Plaza, resolve the hunter keyword on an enemy connection location. Sure, sure, sure. Oh, sorry, this is a vice versa situation? So this guy's coming for me this turn. That's a bit spooky. Not much I can do about that, to be honest with all you. I guess we're just taking 2 damage. That's a bit sus. I suppose Carolyn could take the damage. She does have 5 versus 4 left. We don't have a shortcut. Alright, well, I think we deduction here. Yeah, oh, did Carolyn not do upkeep? She didn't. She hasn't gone this turn. Alright, we're going to do the deduction. We're going to go 7-2. Ooh. 8-2. Nice. We're going to grab 2 clues. And then I think we move in here. And then I think I'm going to do some occult records. And we're going to heal 2 horror from me, which is going to give me a clue. And then we'll test 3-2. I'll go... No, we're not going to draw the barricade one. Resolve the hunter keyword on a blood drunk enemy. Okay. This guy can come in here. And I think it is just better for Carolyn to take 2. It's gonna hurt, but I think it's the way. What a bamboozle. So this guy actually also each shoots us, so we're taking 3 damage this turn. I mean, I bamboozled myself there. Okay. Enemy phase, this guy's going to attack us, so we're going to go 7 to 4. We're going to go 8, 9 to 4. Okay, he's dead. We'll draw a card. Okay. I mean, I think it's going to be fine. We're a bit pressed on the health, but... I mean, what else can I do, right? There's not many treacheries that are dealing damage, which is good. Okay. We get out a bless for that, which did I do? No. And then we gotta go upkeep. I'll lose that. We'll go 1 of 6. Bit busy. Bit busy. Blood drunk. Sure, that's okay. Sure. Okay. I mean, we're gonna do the brain test. Sure. Discard 1, 2. We fail. Oh, I do have damage healing. We have 1 more in there, right? Yes. Alright, well, I guess I ain't investigating this turn. Okay. So I think realistically, Izzy is going to try to solve her problem. And by her problem, I mean this problem. So we're going to shoot with the Cosmic Flame. We got to go 5 to 2. That's okay. Nice. I'll spend a charge to nuke these guys. This is your deny existence. Okay. I can spend... this is probably worth it, right? We can spend 9 of our clues. Carolyn can keep... Oh, that's the clue spending. Let's spend like that. So then she keeps 2, right? Look at that. What the fuck? Gilbert Fine, a critically ill man. Put Gilbert Fine to play at the City Center Plaza, but both copies of Deserted Manor play connected to Under the Great Bridge, then spawn 1 barricade token between Under the Great Bridge and each deserted manor. Move Act 3C from the game and proceed to Act 3A, a fellow outsider. Why do I not remember this? Oh, that's the one's already there. Okay. Okay, I need these locations. Okay. Place 1 barricade. Okay. Then spawn barricade on the Great Bridge in each deserted manor, remove Act 3C from the game, and proceed to Act 3A, a fellow outsider. If you acquired a tincture, you slip the small bottom through a crack in the window, recording campaign log, the investigators have eased Gilbert's pain, and place him in the victory display. Sure. We'll try to do that. Fellow outsider. I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. The old man, straining to see over his windowsill, introduces himself as Gilbert, and to your surprise, asks you if you remember Arkham. There's another group of survivors nearby that do as well, and I can tell you how to find them once. The man is stricken by a violent fit that sends his slight frame into convulsions. He apologizes and tries to continue, but his words quickly devolve into painful wheezes. You'll need to find something to help ease his suffering if you want to learn what he has to say. If he's in the victory display, we advance. Okay. Well, I got -2 that fight action, but we were still okay. We drew the -2. We were up 3, so I do have to commit this, but I'll draw a card. Oh, the messengers are back. Okay. I'm going to discard this one. I'm going to put this in my hand, and then these guys can have this manual dexterity here. Okay. I mean, I think I move up here for my second action, and then I try to get rid of this. Five to 3. No. Okay, it's now 2. Okay, well, I mean, Carolyn's going to take this card, and then these guys get shuffled back in. And then Carolyn's going to... Actually, I think we want Zoe to go first. That's still a lightning bolt. Alright, let's attack these guys with the saw cleaver. So we're going to go 6 to 2. That seems alright by me. 4 to 2. 0 to 2. Huge. Dead 1-2 punches in this Zoe deck. Okay. I think then we're going to try to break one of these barricades. I'll commit this and give it a +1 because this is... Oh, I already did that. Okay, that's fine. We can go, what? That's 7 to 4. I can go 8 to 4, committing probably you. Huge. Always go north. I think for my last action... Honestly, I'm not too worried about encounter cards. No, I have this again still. I mean, honestly, I'm going to do both. So we're going to go 8 to 4. We're going to get rid of this bottom barricade as well. Huge. Alright. Then Carolyn's going to move up here, and let's go north. This is bandages. That was 1, 2... Okay, let's come back here. North was a bust. Upkeep. Blessed Blade. Resourceful. I'm sleepy! 2 of 6. Hunting party. Sure. Uncontrolled fire. I will need to solve that. A dreadful effigy. Ay caramba! We have the cash, though. We have the cash. That's no problem. I will cross one of these guys to get a bless token in here during the Mythos phase. And then I think we're going to stab with the survival knife to go 7 to 3. That is 9 to 3. That is back down to 7 to 3. But we will pass, kill this guy, remove the bless token, add the bless token back in. I'm going to wake Carolyn up. And then I think I'll gain a resource. I'll take a damage from the fire, but that's okay. We're going to do this Sparrow Mask, and we're going to commit this from our discard pile, which is going to refill this. And then that's going to put us at 3, 5, 7 to the game's 3. 9 to 3. Huge. This is gone. This will get shuffled back in. I think we're going to take a move action, and we'll spend 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. I think your resources are most important up here, Zoe. To reveal this deserted manor, we'll pay for this dreadful effigy. If there are no clues, we've acquired the tincture. Less clues, but a higher shroud. For my last action, we're just going to go 5 to 3 here. Okay. Carolyn's going to hop in this location. I'm going to investigate at 8 to 4. Nice. We'll grab a clue and draw a card. And then I'm going to do this alchemical distillation. So we're going to go 6 to 1, choosing Izzy. Whoa! Yo! Okay, so we put this up here, and then we put them all in. Our recognition becomes 2. Gonna heal a horror from Izzy, which is gonna give us a clue. And then we shall go upkeep. Wolf Mask. Second Sight. When you would discover any number of clues, place that much horror, then discard this card if there is 4 or more horror on it. Okay. Okay. 3 of 6. Sure. A blood-scourged beast. Okay. A blood-scourged beast, you say? Come here to kill me, have you? Well, we gotta work, but we have a ton of time, so we can make this happen as best as possible. I think Zoe's gonna go first. Sorry, Izzy's gonna go first. And she's going to play a Spectral Razor on this guy. So that puts me at 8 to 3. We go down to 6 to 3. This is a fist test, so we'll go 7 to 3 with this Resourceful. I don't know what I'm grabbing yet, but it's Resourceful, so it's got to be good. It is good. Oh, -2? No, we're still good. No, not here. Not here. Shuffle this up. Honestly, I don't think it's any of you. We are going to want to play some stuff from here. Actually, what if we just prep? What if we grab Timely Intervention? And then what if we try to evade this guy and we take a horror to play Resourceful from our discard pile? We have the manual Dex that was mine, but is currently Carolyn's. So we have 4 to 3. We have 5, 6 to 3. We're going to go 7. Actually, we're going to go 7 to 3. We'll start here. Nice. So this guy will get evaded. I can Resourceful back. Is there a Timely Intervention in here? Where's my other Timely Intervention? I guess it's in my deck, huh? I think I'm going to take the long shot. And then this gets shuffled. First we draw a card, then it gets shuffled in. There it is. Okay, and then for my last action, we're going to go 5 to 2. We're going to start 7. We'll go 7 to 3. Burn it. Okay, we get to draw a card off that. All right. We'll play Laboratory Assistant to draw 2. We'll play Burning the Midnight Oil to go 6 to 4. Sure. I'm going to spend 2, and we're going to play Medical Student, healing a damage and a horror to discover a clue, but we'll put a horror on this. So we're at 1 of 4. But Izzy can help on it, right? Because it's a reaction, so we can do reactions in people's threat areas. Zoe's going to come in here. Zoe's going to remove 1, 2, 3 and attack this guy at 6, 7, 8 to 3. Nice, he's cooked. Zoe is just like overflowing in potential. We're just going to gain a resource. I could try this test. I don't think so. Alright, upkeep. Sure. Upkeep. Upkeep. 4 of 6. Alright, I think realistically we want to start getting the rest of these clues from this location, so we're going to try to second sight this one, and then, like, under the bridge, the rest of the Carolyn signature. In a perfect world, we don't have an enemy we need to worry about. We're going to have an enemy to worry about, but it's going to be one of Zoe's worries. Oh, shit. Okay, fine. Fine. Spawn location with the most beasts. So this guy's going to spawn engage with me. Well, that was pretty much like the worst result that could have happened. I still think it's not terrible. We should have had to discard a card when this entered. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to engage this guy, which is going to discard a card, and then we will ping him with the cross, adding a bless token into the bag. I guess we're not leaving this location this turn. Why did you die? I had Seneca on the mind. Okay. We're going to investigate at 7 to 4 with the second sight. 9 to 4. Back down to 7. No beast enemies, so we're going to remove one of each. But then we're going to put a thing on this. I think then we're going to take a horror. I guess I'm going to commit this take heart, even though I'm expecting to pass. So we're going to go, we'll commit this one, and we'll go 6 to 4. Huge. We'll go like that. And then for the last action, we'll test this, and we'll go 5 to 3. 7 to 3. Nice. Okay. So now Carolyn is going to investigate here at 7 to 4. We're going to go 8 to 4. We're not playing this scenario. Oh, no, sorry. We're going to not do that. We're going to first gain a resource, play Laboratory Assistant, kicking you out to draw 2. We're going to take the horror on ourselves. That's crazy. And then I think we investigate? No, I think we do this. So we're going to go 6 to 1, and we're going to choose Isabel. Huge. Huge. We're going to heal 2 horror and discover a clue. And we're actually going to discard this one, and then we're going to remember that we've acquired a tincture of ether. But we're going to have to still take our time. Yeah, it's a foot test, if people... Oh, did I do the wrong one? I did do the wrong one. It's the same for this. Oh, okay. You know what I'm going to just do? I think what's simple is we're going to make this an extra card. This was Carolyn's card, so she's just going to draw 2 cards this encounter phase. This Mythos phase. Okay, we need to get moving, though. We've kind of been, like, roadblocked here. And this Elder Huntsman's going to be a problem, but that's something that... Only one guy is okay. Alright, first one here, we're Blood Drunk. Second one here, Sweet Stench. We're going to go 5 to 3. Sure. I think I'm okay with taking this. Alright, we're going to go 3 to 4. I think we go 4 to 4, and then we commit this. So we're going to go 4-4, and we're going to go 7-4 on this Yarnum Hospitality. I think we got to get our head above water. Okay. And then we have to do this. We're going to go... up 2, up 4. Okay. You need to do upkeep for the gals? Okay. Thank you. Did Zoe get upkeep? Oh fuck, we have this. I mean, Izzy can trigger it. There's a chance Izzy passes though, which would be kind of sick with it. I can't shuffle cards in with my ability right now. I mean, I'm ready for the boss battle once the time comes. Alright, well I think Izzy's going to try to move. We're going to go 3-all. There is a chance we fail. We do. Okay. So, I cancel the effects, search the encounter discard pile for a blood drunk enemy and spawn and engage with you instead of its usual conditions. Let's see what's coming. Hunting party, I'd probably like to get rid of that. So let's do it. I'd really like to get rid of you. Okay. I think we just ask him a question, right? And we go 3, 5, 7, 9. He's cooked. Okay. And then we move up here. Zoe is going to go 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to engage us, and we're going to frick him off with the cross, which we did not ready, so I do need to discard a card here. It's you, actually. So then you die. And then we get out of bless. Okay, everything's looking good. Carolyn is going to move up here. She's going to investigate 6-2 by burning the midnight oil first. Nice. We're going to just do this, which then discards it. And then we're going to move in here, and then I'm going to... we'll advance next turn. And then we have one agenda to complete the final act. I have no deck to reveal, so this just gets discarded. That's a good draw. It is Act 3. There's an ear-splitting cry from the top of the massive bridge that spans the length of the city, and even from your position at the central plaza, you can see the hulking shape of the enormous, brutish thing that stands illuminated in the moonlight. It begins to move with a speed that its gargantuan frame should not be capable of. You realize with horror that it's staring directly at you. Put the set-aside atop the Great Bridge location to play and spawn the set-aside Cleric Beast at that location. Massive Hunter. It has 10 health. At the end of the interface, if it is ready, each investigator must test, bring 3, or take 1 horror. If it's defeated by investigators, if it's defeated by a blood drunk enemy. Okay. We don't do these yet. Okay. Oh, but I have nothing more to tell. I only show the way, and the way has been shown. Now it's in your hands. Same text for these guys, which hasn't really been relevant yet. This should be your card. Rude Awakening. We're going to go 4-3. I'm going to go 5-3. Sure. That's actually pretty annoying. A Beast of Blood. Sweet Stench. Alright, 3-all. 0 Sleepy. Huge. This does come over here, though. Okay, well, let's advance. Let's do this. Sorry, we do this. You slip the small through. We have the ether, the tincture of ether. We have the victory display. And then we get this to advance. Thanks, Gilbert says. Once his coughing has abated, can't stand the smell of this stuff, but at least it stops the burning. He takes a moment to let the ether take effect before he continues. I don't know what's happened to our town, but this awful city, Yarnum, has been its place for months. Do you remember the South Church? You nod in affirmation. Of course you remember South Church. Not a stone throws away from Ma's boarding house. Good. Seek out Father Michael just past here. He's gathering people who still remember Arkham before all this madness. I haven't been fit to make the trip myself, or I'd... Before you can ask any further questions, Gilbert begins coughing again. You think better of pressing him much further. Before you can ask any... but set aside narrow alleyway and somber memorial location to play. Place one barricade between under the Great Bridge and narrow alleyway, and two barricades between narrow alleyway and somber memorial. Okay, we have... Okay. Let's just move all these over here. Chill. Place one barricade between under the Great Bridge and narrow alleyway. And two carryways between these two. Okay. Well, we almost have all the clues we need. Okay. The sound of the beast's horrible shrieking as it bears down on you is ear-splitting. Fear threatens to paralyze you in your tracks, but a sharp voice shouts at you from above before the terror can tighten its grip on you. "Move, you fools!" a woman's voice yells. "Follow me if you got any sense yet." Sense left. The figure is cast in shadow, and before you can make out much more than the shape of her tattered cloak, she dashes away across the rooftops. Investigators may spend player clues of the group to remove a barricade, and if all investigators have resigned, we advance. I mean, we could probably kill this guy, right? We can probably kill him. I have a dodge for 2 people. We can't use the cross. But we have like a bunch of damage, right? We have 2 spectral razors. I have 2 vicious blows. Like, we have a lot of DPS built up for us. What are you looking at? You got a spectral razor, you got a long shot. Like, we have 3 vicious blows on the table. We have a beat cop we can use in a pinch. I think that this guy should go down. We get -2 on our evades. I mean, I think we just, like, fight him, right? Like, we hit him with the axe, and then, like, maybe the cosmic flame. It's not terrible. I need the cash for this. I guess what can Carolyn do to help? She can give people resources. That's not terrible. She could move up here, and then, like, give a resource, and then, like, maybe remove the barricade and get into the alleyway. That's not terrible. We also could stay as a group. I mean, I think no matter what, we're attacking this guy. At what? 6-3, 7-3? If this is successful. Okay, these are the same windows, so I can choose the order. Alright, 7-3 here. 9-3. Huge. Okay. So he's going to take 2 damage. I'm going to return... I think realistically, timely intervention is best. I like long shot. Do I like that more? I think we do like the long shot more. I think assuming we're just going to get there, right? Okay. We're going to blast this guy with the Cosmic Flame. So we have 7-3 with this Guts. Hello? Oh, heal a horror. He's dead. We'll draw a card, which is going to deal us a horror. Which is going to let us draw a card with Jim Culver, which I have been neglecting, mostly because, like, things have been okay. And then for my last action, I suppose I gain a resource. I think Carolyn moves up here, and then she's going to try this alchemical distillation on Izzy, and we're going to go 6-1. Huge. You're going to gain 2 resources, and then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 clues to remove this and move in here. Oh, there's clues here. All right, it's something for us to do. I'm going to draw a card. And then we're going to move, discarding a card, and then we're going to move, discarding a card. This guy's going to come in here. And I got 2 dodges. I got 1 dodge lined up for him. And then I'm going to let him attack me. He says retaliate, huh? He doesn't have retaliate? Let's go! Okay. Oh, I actually did do this test. 4-3. We'll go 5-3. We can commit that. I think during this window... this is interesting. I think during this window we are going to do a Tempt Fate. So we're going to add 3 of each. Draw a card. That's unfortunate. But we can do this. We can do that. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have to do this test. I'm doing this test right now. Okay, that blessed. So that was a -2. So we had 1 from this. This is okay. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, now we're in this attack window here. We have the 3 blesses, so we're gonna do the survival knife. We dodge that attack. We go 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. So we are 7-4. I'm gonna commit this vicious blow to go 8-4. 9-4. 8-4. So this guy's gonna take 2 damage from this. 1 damage from that. He's going to take 3 of the 10 damage we need. Good start. I will then get punched. Ow. Ow. We then get to go upkeep. Oh, I get -2 while fighting. Probably should have got rid of that. But we'll see if we can fix that. In some other way. Maybe Carolyn will come back. How much victory do you got? 1? Okay. 1 of 5. We're slaking the thirst, brothers. 3 all. Okay, I have to, discard cards until a blood drunk is revealed. Beast. And then we got, oh, some hounds. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, I also removed 1. We have 1 more, because we had 2 from the survival knife, 1 from the vicious blow, and then 1 from the Izzy vicious blow. So I think what we want to do is I think we want to attack this guy with the Spectral Razor. And that puts us at 7 to 4. I can use this to go 9 to 4. Cool. He'll take 2 damage, up to 6. We're going to go again with the other Vicious Blow. Sorry, with the other Spectral Razor, but this time we're going to throw a Vicious Blow. So we're at 9, minus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. 8 to 4. He'll take 3 damage on that attack. I think we just don't even fuck around, right? And we just use Beat Cop for the finishing blow. And then we get R2. So the Masked Hunter guided the investigators to safety. Let's go. We defeated the Cleric Beast, and we get victory 4. Only 4! But maybe there's some fun little prizes waiting for us in Odeon Chapel. We can add allies. Oh yeah, where are they? This happened last time. Are they in here? I think it's these guys, right? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's gonna work out. We go to Odeon Chapel 3. Okay. We've eased Gilbert's pain. So we got Odeon Chapel 4. Choose and remove one cultist, tablet, or squid from the chaos bag and replace it with a... Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we're going to add a squid. I also have to remove these curse tokens. Okay, so we add a squid. 2 squids. That's spooky. I guess then we just, like, remove cultist from here, right? So then cultists don't matter. Can punish you for doing too well? I'm not sure. I mean, that one was just a random chance, right? Like, that was just like a random roll of the die there. So that one was because we did good. That one was just due to what we rolled. Okay. Well, let's upgrade our decks. Let's do that. I probably don't got another scenario in me tonight. Because it is 10, and I think I won't be done till like past 11, so... Russ is dead on the bed behind me. So we got 4 here. We have 4 here. And then Zoe is going to grab 7, because she did bank her in the thick of it XP. Upgrade, please. Oh, it's this fucking shit again. How's this happened to me? How's this happening again? How is this happening again, man? What the hell? Okay, so this one, now we upgrade into 4 XP. Fucking... Go to the newer version. And then I have to import into my collection. And then I upgrade. And now I have XP to spend. Okay. And am I going to have multiple versions of this deck? Yes, and we kill this one, so this one goes away. I think everything's just getting worse, Nescient Detective. I think it's just like top to bottom, you know? Alright, so we upgrade one Blessed Blade. I really like to get the other Blessed Blade online, but maybe like another survival knife is good. We do have the saw, which helps. A stand together is good for that 3 XP. I could upgrade one of the dodges. I could do like one survival knife. I don't mind that. And then like one counterattack for one of the dodges. I don't think that's bad use of the XP. I think it's just as a whole the deck's kind of getting better then, right? Izzy gets 4 XP. I think we just need card draw. So I think we're going to throw in 2 Unrelentings. I think the DPS as a whole was pretty good. The next one's going to be more demanding for the DPS though. Just something to keep in mind. I think we can lose the manual dexterities. So I think with that in mind... Hello, I've been playing Arkham for a long time. Just got really invested lately. Been loving all your stuff. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I think, honestly, just like 2 Brute Forces is the way, and those can ultimately replace the long shots, because they're kind of doing the same job. See you later, Purple Manfly. And then we got Carolyn, who's kind of just free to do what she wants. I kind of like upgrading a Psychoanalysis and then like banking the last XP. It's crazy that that scenario only gave 4 XP. Did I miss some stuff here? I missed 2 XP here. Okay. So I got rewarded for killing him. Sorry, I got punished. Not punished, but... Cute. I'm happy with how that went, though. Fun scenario. But like, this is an example of Bloodborne, right? Like, this is a very complicated campaign. And I don't mean to say that in a negative way. I think that it's just a very, very busy campaign. In a good way. I think that this is like, it's like not overwhelming in terms of like the mechanics or what you have to deal with while you're playing, right? But there is just like, look at, like, this is a big map for a first scenario, right? And especially, I mean, it's nice that it evolves, but like there's still just a lot of moving pieces. Did the Great Bridge have victory as well? No. But I'm not going to complain. I mean, like, our decks are still pretty high functional. I honestly think that they could pace pretty well as it goes, and I mean, they are just going to get stronger. So, thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing. And again, this is More Playing Board Games, our VOD and gameplay channel, so it's a great place to be. I appreciate you guys all watching, and if you want to join the Patreon or the YouTube membership, do that on the main channel or through our Patreon link, which is YouTube, patreon.com/playingboardgames. Thanks for watching, have a good one, and as always, GG's. Alright, chat, we can do cleanup together, though. Let's clean this up together. Just tuned in? I got bad news for you, buddy. I got bad news. Yeah, uh-oh. This is my last stream ever. That's not true. I shouldn't joke about that, because I'm mostly back from hiatus. And I don't want people to think I'm going back on hiatus again anytime soon. In a perfect world, I'll never be back on hiatus. Okay, I think we'll load up and like get mostly prepped for the next scenario. Just an immortal streamer. Wouldn't that be nice? Build all 4 decks, please. Okay, this I don't need. These weren't upgraded. I do need you. What is... Oh, it's a different fucking deck. Right. Izzy is cursed. Izzy was cursed. Okay, I have to add the saw cleaver. I mean, we also have to look at these allies that we'll figure out. Carolyn seems very strong. What's our, Yeah, there they are, the bystanders. No, these are them, these guys here. Curse is... Squid is -3. If you fail, place a doom on the bystander, rest of your choice. Okay, that's a good thing to be aware of. 2 -3s isn't that bad, though. Alright, let's save this shit. Arkham, Bloodborne. Honestly, though, it was very manageable three-handed. I think three-handed might be one of my new preferred ways of playing. I'll still definitely do two-handed, but three-handed's really nice. Okay, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the random Thursday stream, because normally I don't stream on Thursdays. But I'm trying to get back. I can't believe I used to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I then used to do, what was it, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And I want to try to get back into like 3 stream sessions a week that's scheduled. So we'll see how it goes. But, you know, shit's crazy. But we have a video coming to the channel tomorrow. There's a card of the week coming up tomorrow. And it might be Grizzly Totem. So look forward to that. But in the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to be back Saturday at the latest. We're going to play some more No, I'm Not Human. Unless some other people want to join, and then I might figure out something else. But there also might be a stream tomorrow night. There might be some Archipelago stuff. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.